Doesn't always happen overnight. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am a recovering alcoholic. I'm still sober, and I'm still enjoying each and every single day. I've never met somebody who's regretted getting clean and sober. I want to talk today about a topic that came in. I believe it was from our friend Amber. I may have my notes wrong, so I apologize if I do. And the best way I can set this up for you is to use some of my runner's jargon, if you will. I'm a runner, I love running. I can't expect to run a 5K in only 1 mile. By definition, a 5K is 3.2 miles. So I can't expect to run 3.2 miles in only 1 mile. That same mentality, a lot of times we will do that. We'll try to apply that same mentality in our recovery. In other words, we'll want the benefits of being 3 years sober whenever we've only been 3 months sober. I know I say that from personal experience. I remember when I first came in, I was picking up my 30-day chip, my 60-day chip, et cetera, and I would see these guys pick up their 5-year chip or their 10-year chip, and I was going, damn, I want to pick up my 5-year chip, but I wanted to pick up my 5-year chip whenever I was only 3 months sober. I can't run that 5K in only 1 mile. It doesn't happen. Recovery doesn't happen overnight. We have to keep in mind that all the stuff, all the chaos and turmoil that we caused, all the ruined relationships that we destroyed, we didn't do that overnight. And I believe Amber even shared on her post, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So we can't expect, out of all the chaos and turmoil and all the damage we've done, we can't expect to go back and fix it all in one day. It doesn't happen overnight. To that same point, though, we also have to realize a couple other things, too. One, there may be situations that we can't fix. In other words, there may be some damage that we're just not able to repair. Another thing that I hear a lot is, well, I screwed things up with my kids, so I'm getting clean and sober for my kids because I got to repair this relationship with my kids. I can definitely relate to that myself, but let me caution you on that. Let me caution you. If you're getting clean and sober for your kids, chances are you're setting yourself up for some potential pitfalls along your recovery journey. What I learned, one of the biggest and hardest lessons for me whenever I came into the rooms and came into a program, started working a program, was whatever I put in front of my recovery, I will lose. I love my family enough to where I didn't want to lose them. And it took time. It definitely took time for sure. But once I realized that, I said, you know what? I don't need to be getting clean and sober for my kids. I don't need to be getting clean and sober to repair these relationships or fix these problems that I created. I need to be getting clean and sober for me, for this guy. I slowly came to realize that, you know what? I'm not the piece of shit that I thought I was. So maybe I do deserve something a little bit better. Maybe I do deserve a little bit better of life than what I was allowing myself to live at that time. That's okay. And once I started putting myself first, and this goes back to that selfishness that we talked about last week, once I started putting my recovery first, then all these other things, it became more possible for me to fix and repair. Again, we may not be able to fix and repair every single bit of damage we ever did in our lives. It just may not be possible. However, maybe those people that I need to make amends to, that I'm not able to make amends to right away, those people are going to notice things that I may not. In other words, they're going to notice the number one thing that I like to say, they're going to notice my consistency. Okay, maybe I'm aware that I'm not going to be able to fix this relationship with this individual, but you know what? They're going to see me trying each and every single day. They're going to see me doing what I'm doing today. They're going to see me doing tomorrow, next week, and next month, so on and so on. They're going to see that consistency. That consistency is key. Again, as Amber said, Rome wasn't built in a day. We can't expect to go and fix something that we spent years destroying. We can't expect to go fix it overnight. We can't expect to run that 5K in only 1 mile. I used the story of my son, and whenever we were going into treatment facilities, my son would come in and share sometimes with us, and I'd always tell this story because it's such a poignant story. I remember thinking I'd screwed things up with all my kids. My son specifically, I was about 4 months sober, maybe 5 months sober, somewhere in that ballpark, and I had to get on his phone one day. And if you ever had to get on a 12-year-old boy's phone, you get a little nervous and apprehensive, right? But I remember I pulled up his phone and I saw his call log and it had my phone number on his phone. And there happened to be a picture of what looked like some barnyard animal, maybe a donkey. And I asked him, I said, hey, is this what you think of me? And he goes, well, yeah, Dad. I said, well, shit, he thinks I'm a jackass. And I even made a comment. I said, you think I'm a jackass? He goes, no, Dad, that's a goat. Well, shit, now it's even worse, And I said, well, okay, I understand that. I remember thinking, damn, I haven't repaired that relationship yet. I still got work to do. And then he stopped and he said, Dad, it's a goat, greatest of all time. Even telling that story now, man, it still kind of chokes me up a little bit. That's still something I'm proud of. It didn't happen overnight. It took time. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm coming up on 5 years. Guess what? I'm still rebuilding and repairing a lot of the relationships that I damaged. Time takes time. Rome was not built in a day. And we can't expect to run that 5K in only 1 mile. Give yourself a little bit of grace and a little bit of mercy. Be patient with yourself, because the benefits and the blessings that God is intending for you to have, they will come. You just have to run the distance and go the distance and take your time. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I cannot be any more appreciative. If you like the content of these Recovery Classroom monologues, please feel free to like and share with your friends and on your other social media channels. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.